Since the growth of technology companies and the transformation of non-tech companies into tech companies over the last 15 years, digital product management has emerged as a new function. It is more important than ever to make great products in the digital product world, where consumers have a tremendous choice. Switching costs are low, social sharing, ratings, reviews, and recommendations. In order to deliver high-quality digital products, product management is an essential component. At a 10,000-foot view, product management can support determining what products to make, ensuring they get made, usually involving digital design and software engineering, and reporting back on how users respond. In other words, strategy, execution, and user understanding. The title product manager is confusing because organizations don't always require PMs to perform all three tasks. The strategy/decision making in some organizations is not handled by product managers, but by executives or someone else like sales or marketing, who then directs the rest of the team, including PMs. The day-to-day execution is usually handled by a separate group of individuals called project managers, while the strategy and research are handled by product managers. Often, I've noticed, New York tech companies keep strategy at the executive level, and leave execution/project management, and sometimes user research, to the product managers. Further complicating the product manager's role is the amount of decision-making power the product management function has within an organization. Is the product manager responsible for giving orders, taking orders, or something in between in the three responsibilities of strategy, execution, and user understanding? For example, the most empowered product manager may give orders for all three responsibilities. The least empowered product manager may only take orders while performing project management. What are the key skills of product management? I subscribe to the product management school that empowers PMs to facilitate all three of strategy, execution, and user understanding. This type of product manager can be the most effective in the workflow of a modern tech company for determining what to build, ensuring the successful delivery of it, and incorporating feedback from users to improve the company's strategy and product. Marty Chan, who led product management at Netscape, AOL, and eBay in the early 2000s, was one of the earliest and most influential authors to discuss this strategic product management role. I still encounter widespread confusion in 2022, even within my own company, even though the product management function seems to become clearer every year. Product management can be defined as a set of 6 core skills that are related to the 3 major roles of product management. Role of strategy equals skill of strategic thinking. Role of execution equals skills of sufficient technicals, collaboration, communication, and detail orientation. Role of user understanding equals skill of user science and empathy. Strategic thinking. A great PM helps teams identify and prioritize high potential ideas. It is often the responsibility of product managers to assist their teams in making good strategic decisions, including identifying options and prioritizing them. Team members need rigor to find valuable ideas from a wide range of sources: individual inspiration, classical strategy, competitive analysis, offline analogs, etc. Without a solid framework, teams may have an even harder time choosing among those options. The decision to create an app, add a B2B offering, expand internationally, or improve the core product has been difficult for me with several different teams. How to decide? If teams fail to solve tough questions, they may either work on unimportant problems and fail, or they may be told what to do by another person, reducing their morale and autonomy. Sufficient technicals. PMs thrive in technical environments, both their own and their partners. The product manager should be as technically proficient as possible, usually in order to gain a better understanding of the product space and context. Understanding payment technologies is essential for making good decisions in e-commerce, for example. A lot of product managers today need to be able to think about data and use tools like Google Analytics, Mixpanel, Tableau, Optimizely, etc., which require a certain level of technical expertise or training. In addition, product managers can gain more respect from their engineering and design partners by understanding the technical limitations of their respective worlds, such as how product ideas may impact memory usage and processing time for engineers and pattern libraries and usability rules for designers. Those product managers who do not understand their partner's world risk losing their partner's trust. Collaboration. The best PMs ensure their teams perform at a high level internally and externally. It is important for product managers to work well with others in order to succeed. Note, this trait is often considered leadership. Product managers typically work with 1 designer and 3 to 6 engineers. Several models can be used to define high-performing teams, including Tuckman's forming storming norming performing model and Lencioni's 5 dysfunctions model. However, most definitions require an environment where goals, expectations, trust, and understanding are shared. In order to achieve a high-performance state, product managers must demonstrate leadership and emotional intelligence. In order to create a successful team environment, the product manager should be held responsible for fixing the challenge somehow, if the designer and engineer struggle to work well together. Similarly, teams often collaborate with other teams, or with external partners, and successful product managers help teams work effectively with others as well. Identifying and resolving unnecessary conflict within and among groups, typically around ownership or dependencies, is a valuable collaborative skill, as is proactively engaging in conflict of ideas, that improves team performance. Communication. PMs who are great ensure that others understand what they need to know. It is often the responsibility of product managers to keep both internal and external team members informed, both digitally, email, chat, wiki, etc., and physically, meetings, presentations. When the information an organization needs to function effectively is effectively shared through good communication. When different parts of an organization do not understand each other, important information is lost, time-sensitive execution suffers errors, and both performance and morale sink. Often, poor communication results in mismatched expectations and deliverables, causing an organization to be surprised and derailed. Detail orientation. By paying attention to details that matter, great PMs help teams achieve high velocity and quality. By finding and fixing issues early, product managers with good detail orientation help teams continuously improve. In order to stay outcome-oriented, i.e. obtaining high-quality results, instead of output-oriented, i.e. releasing something on time, teams need a sense of ownership and quality control. The longer it takes to fix an important bug, the more expensive it is to do it. Typically, finding and fixing issues is cheaper in the design phase than in the engineering phase, cheaper in the engineering planning phase than in engineering testing phase, and cheaper before launch than after launch. In the course of the product development process, less tenured product managers often forget important details that can lead to big consequences, often leading to product failure. Generally, thoughtful PMs learn to adjust how they work when mistakes tend to happen, and they learn how to avoid them. User science and empathy. The best PMs use user science to identify high potential problems and evaluate the impact of a product on users. While this phrase sounds simple, humans are very complex. Building great products is very difficult, and organizations rarely develop new products that deeply impact their users. Ultimately, products succeed by solving users' problems. Product managers, teams, and organizations should understand their users better so that new products will solve user problems more effectively. In addition, understanding users and spending time with them can be the most rewarding aspect of any role, especially that of a product manager, as you will feel connected to the purpose of your organization and have a personal impact on others. When you ask a product manager what their favorite part of their job is, you'll hear things like talking to users or watching a user's face when she uses my product. In order to understand users, one must have user empathy, the ability to feel what a target user feels. By engaging with a few target users, great PMs can quickly shift their mindsets to the mindset of any user type, young or old, male or female, etc., and start feeling like those users do. Empathy can assist teams in making accurate decisions with rough precision. How to become a product manager. As a product manager, I often share the 6 skills above with people, not just MBAs. Marketing, engineering, business analysis, and general management, including entrepreneurship, are among the roles where the first 5 skills can be developed and demonstrated. The 4 execution skills are explicitly developed by a great project manager. However, more and more professions use or specialize in user science, and user science educational programs are expanding, even though it is the hardest skill to learn without being a product manager. In the early stages of product management, user science is not expected, but user empathy and willingness to learn are essential. When companies build great products that meet users' needs, good things happen. One of the most favorite metrics for a product manager is Net Promoter Score, NPS, which measures how likely a customer is to recommend a product. Research has shown that companies with high NPS outperform their competitors. Great product managers improve across all key metrics by building stronger strategies, stronger executions, and stronger user understanding. It is my favorite of these 3. When PMs understand and evangelize their users, the entire company becomes more purposeful and meaningful, and the user and the company both benefit. Getting product management right matters, so for companies and PMs alike, set high expectations for strategic thinking, execution, and user understanding for product managers.